Good morning, this is Alcoholics Anonymous Daily Reflection for July 23rd. It's called I Ask God to Decide. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character which stands in the way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 76. Having admitted my powerlessness and made a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God, as I understand Him, I don't decide which defects get removed, or the order in which defects get removed, or the time frame in which they get removed. I ask God to decide which defects stand in the way of my usefulness to Him and to others, and then I humbly ask Him to remove them. This kind of makes sense to me because when you do step 7, when I did it and I asked Him, hey, remove my defects of character, humbly. First of all, I believe that I'm going to get those defects removed. And that starts the process. So if I believe that something, a power greater than myself, can remove my defects of characters, then my mind is automatically going to start working on them, unconscious or conscious. So, let's say I have a problem getting mad at people, right? Because I can't accept that some people aren't going to do things that I want them to do. If I make that conscious request humbly to my higher power to remove them, then that starts the process. It's going to bring it every time. If after that, let's say I do get mad, okay, upset because somebody didn't do what I wanted them to do, I'm going to see my part in it, right? Like before, I probably didn't really see my part in it. And if I did see my part in it, I hadn't asked my higher power to remove it, right? So I was only halfway done with the process. When I ask God to remove these shortcomings, these defects of character, then I start something in my own brain that starts working on these things, right? And to me, I mean, for me, God is God is a way to get out of myself. Okay? God is something else. It's like an invisible bag. It's an invisible bag that is out of my reach. That's what God is to me, in one way, when it comes to this stuff. So I can say, here you go, have this, because I can't. So I can put that in an invisible bag up there, right? Out of my reach. And if I don't reach for it, I don't start, bring the ladder over and climb up the ladder and decide to take whatever I put in that bag back, it's going to stay in that bag. Right? So it's a way for me to say, I don't need this, here you go. And it's a way for me to get out of myself. Now, I know it says in an Alcoholics Anonymous big book, God is everything or He's nothing. To me, everything means everything outside of myself. I'm not God. I can't say that God is everything and God is nothing. Well, God can't be me, because I suck at that job. So, and if He's not you, He's not you. He's not me, He's not me. Because if you're an alcoholic, you're not going to say you're God. Because you already know better. You already tried to play it like I did. So, for me, it's just something outside of myself. that I can push this stuff into. People into science and New Age science and stuff that's going on. God is another dimension that I can push this stuff into and give gratitude for. Too. Right? So I don't focus on myself. So I don't get stuck on myself. So I don't start patting myself on the back too much and then get drunk, because I've got this handled. So really, it's how you look at God, what your higher power is, how you found God, and what labels and what restraints or constrictions I put on that higher power. Right? Because most restraints and restrictions I put on myself. And the alcoholics who wrote this stuff knew that. I'll restrain and restrict myself so I'll get drunk. So if I have this thing that is totally free, that is above me, that I can give gratitude to, and I can give my bad stuff to, and I can get power from, right? Like an energy source. I'll plug in a light. Right? That light can't work on its own. When you plug that light in, it works. It gives light. Or batteries for a flashlight. That's what my higher power is to me. So, this just starts the process to me. I know this is a long video, but it kind of needs to be. So I ask God to decide which defects stand in the way of my usefulness to Him and to others, and then I humbly ask Him to remove them. That easy. Boom, I turn that light switch on. I plug it in and then I turn it on. Found out what they were, found out my problems, plug the light on, then I can turn it on. Because now it works. And that's how I see it. That's how I see it. I mean, my higher power doesn't even have to exist for it to work. I can't tell you it does. I made it up. You know? I just know it helps get focus off me. And that's the whole point. Is that I gotta rely on something that's not me. Get out of myself. And the truth is, does my higher power truly exist? No. It doesn't. It doesn't control other people, it doesn't control life, it doesn't control me. But if I believe it does, if I believe that it can fix me, if I can believe something bigger than, better than me, and a higher power, a greater energy than me, can fix me, then it doesn't matter if it's real or not. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the only reason I'm not drunk right now. So, whether or not a belief in my higher power or God exists, doesn't matter. As long as it works. As long as it's not doing me harm and it's making me better. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's scientifically measured, I can take a picture of it in the sky or whatever, you know? I just have to believe that the solution is not me, and that these people who got a concept of God, that it worked. That's all that I have to know. Doesn't matter past then. And this higher power can make me better. So, there you go. I love you guys. This is a long video. Y'all have a great day.